Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
There's the trail right there. Right there's the Solduck Hot Springs Road, and that heads up there. This closed this time of year. I'm going to go to my trail program here and turn on the GPS track so I know how far I've gone today. Friends, hope you're doing well. Another exciting adventure in Olympic National Park today. Yeah, we took the bus from Port Angeles out here, and now we'll be heading back that way. But we're using what's called the Spruce Railroad Trail. It was a section of railroad that was built right during World War I. And the day that the armistice was signed was, I think, the day they finished the railroad. So it never did haul the spruce for airplane timbers. Spruce is a real durable wood that I've broken 2 saw blades on spruce limbs, just little limbs. It'll snap it right off because it's so hard. The military used spruce for their aircraft. The Spirit of St. Louis, the plane that was built by Ryan Aircraft in San Diego for Charles Lindbergh to do his famous 1927 crossing of the Atlantic Ocean solo. That plane had spars from spruce grown on the Olympic Peninsula, turned by Posey Manufacturing Company in Hoquiam, and those spars were able to carry all Charles Lindbergh and all the gasoline that he needed to cross more than 30 hours the Atlantic Ocean on his flight. So spruce, a real strong wood, and we're going to be going on the Spruce Railroad Trail here. I'm just making sure I've got everything that I need. I've got my bag, and we turn on a tail light there. I'm going to turn on my flasher here so that people see me coming on this, even though we probably won't meet anybody. There's no snow down at this level. This Fairholm Hill here is like the pass between Lake Crescent on that side to my right and the Solduck Valley, which is on my left. So I think that we're all mounted off. I guess I could take the mask off that I had on the bus, so they'll be able to understand me a little bit better, I hope. My mirror looks like it's adjusted on my glasses, and here we go. Get away from all this traffic noise. This looks like it could be slick, so I don't want to go around this corner too fast. Leaves on a corner on a bike trail can lead you to wipe out pretty easy. Now, come to think about it, I should have left that mask on because it's going to be darn cold. This is going to be like a 4-mile downhill stretch right at the beginning. These are off to the right there. There's some private campsites. I think this is on private land, but a lot of this is in the park. There's a little junction ahead as we get to these vehicle barriers. To the left, Olympic Discovery Trail goes out to the ocean and forks. Straight ahead, we're heading back toward Port Angeles and the end of the trail at Port Townsend. It's over 100-mile trail. It has not been completed yet. There are still sections where you have to ride on the roadway near Port Townsend and also near west of here. So I'm not going to talk very much in this section. I'm just going to let the scenery be the entertainment for right now. This is milepost 35, another vehicle barrier, I think, and there's also a gate here. I think, let's see, are we now in the park, I think? Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of debris on the trail here. My goodness. Ah, it looks like a windfall up ahead. We're going to probably have to stop and get off and cross. So there's not going to be any sailing down this road or this trail at 25 miles an hour like you can in the summertime. This has not been swept off yet. Oh yeah. This is gruesome. Where does that go? I have some sort of a driveway there. Okay, we're gonna have to stop and walk over this thing. All right. Ugh. So this is wintertime riding. Been down this way, up and down this 2 or 3 times, I think, maybe. I don't really want to go very fast to all those leaves. So I would imagine as we get a little bit later in the winter, or maybe in springtime, they'll come along here and with a power broom and clean this all off. But it makes it more interesting, I guess. Yeah, if you hit one of these little limbs just right, it can get sucked right into the spokes. And I've got my, oh, wow, this is, ugh. I didn't quite expect this. Having quite so much debris on the trail. Just a minute, some pretty good windstorms come through, as tends to happen. Yeah, I'm going to hold it down to right around 10 miles an hour. Any faster than that is going to be a little hazardous. I don't think we'll see this the whole way, but just up when we're up above the level of the lake. When we get down to the lake, I doubt it'll be that bad. Ugh. Now, supposedly next weekend, coming up here, a few days away actually, it's going to get cold, and I imagine it'll be iced up out here for a while, so it would not be wise to try to ride the bike when there's ice or snow on this. It's actually surprising that the rains melted a lot of it away. There's a lot of times when in the winter when Fairholm Hill has snow on it, and I'm sure it would be out on this trail as well. Another bunch of trees down here, a couple anyway. Might be able to get past this one. The problem is when I hit these bigger pieces of debris, it shifts the wheel just enough to make it slide on the leaves. Even a small little piece like that did it. If you had really thin road bike tires that were the real bald ones, I would say no way try to ride on this. I can hear log trucks down below on our right at the highway going down the big hill. Milepost 33. Oh, ooh, whoa. Yeah, I slowed way down. I'm going up like 7 miles an hour. I feel safer being out on the highway right now than this, and it's not exactly the most ideal way to bicycle out there, and a lot of people are scared to death to do that. I have done it quite a few different times. It's not as narrow as one would think to be on the shoulder along that guardrail. Cleared up for a moment. Here in just a little bit, I think here in a couple, maybe 100 yards or so, we go into a little dip where I think there was probably an actual trestle on the railroad. A little bit of a slide right there. Yeah, so break down here to Gotta get our momentum down. Another slide. That looks risky. All right. Now, just getting to the point where I can pedal through this. So when you're pedaling, your center of gravity is in your pedals, but if you're coasting, your center of gravity is your rear end. So that's why if you're going downhill and you feel unsteady, it's because you're not pedaling. I wonder how this shoulder is. Yeah, I can ride on that if I have to. I think the traction would be better than on top of these leaves on the pavement. Well, we haven't seen a soul, and I don't think we will. Maybe we can get down to the other end. I think we'll stop for a minute and go look at the punch bowl. Wow. Yeah, this is pretty bad. And I'm going out here. Ugh. Yeah, a railing and a gully here. You can see the lake down below. My hands are cramping up because I've been riding the brake. I get that. What is this? There's a pretty good bank up here on the left, and it's let go of some rocks. All right. And it looks like there's another log across the trail here. I'm going to have to stop again. Yikes. Yeah, you wouldn't want to try to cross this even if you had a mountain bike. You accidentally skewer your tire on one of these branches that's broken off. And that would make a hole that would be real difficult to boot. Get yourself back. If you ever get a flat tire on your bike and you have a hole in the tire, that's, you can use fold a dollar bill and fold it and put it in the bike tire. That'll keep your tube from going out of the hole, at least enough till you get back home. I also keep a little piece of an old tire and have that in my bag just in case. I use that as a tire boot also. I also have an emergency spoke and some other stuff in there. Got a chain breaker. I can take a link out of my chain if I have to. An emergency link. Both different things that I bring along with me just in case. This two huge logs here are going to have to go off right at the right edge of the roadway to pass this mess. Now they're not huge, but they're the biggest ones we've crossed so far. Can't say I've ever had to cross a bunch of logs like this when I'm riding a bike. I mean, that's common practice when you're out hiking on a trail, but I don't remember ever having to do that on the bicycle. I don't know how many more miles till we get down to the lake, maybe a couple. Pretty soon we'll be getting to a place they call Ovington, old rail stop, and it's where the trail to Pyramid Peak crosses the Olympic Discovery Trail. Yikes. That's an interesting trail to go up to Pyramid Peak. I haven't done that in a while. It's got a really scary part on it. It crosses a gully. You can actually see it from the highway on the other side. And it's a section maybe about 70 yards wide where if you slip, you will fall and you will get injured. And the one thing about it I don't like is it's got, you have to go downhill slightly, and there's all these pebbles on the trail, and your boots can slip pretty easily. So I've done it before, been up and back, but just once, and I sort of like, nah, I don't know. I don't know how many years back, maybe 10, 15 years ago, there was a teenager, I think from Squim, who fell down that thing and ended up breaking his arm. Yeah, oh gee. More slipping and sliding. But the same problem we had last week on the Olympic Hot Springs Road, the little cones. Wheels go over those, and tire slides on these needles. So it seems to me it's probably safest to ride on the highway than the streets right now, or at least there's not all this debris. Yeah, we're going about 7.5. That seems to be about the safest speed right now. Oh, good grief. Uh-oh. That got cleared. I remember I was saying that it'd be easy for one of those limbs to get kicked up into the spokes. But that one cleared out. Okay, here comes a bridge. And now we can see the road that goes along the north side of the lake for a distance. It's right down below here. Oh, bikes. All right, we're gonna have to slow down and stop, because I'm not gonna try a crossing. I'm not going to do anything where I have to maneuver. Hi there. All right, here we go. And we got walkers ahead too. I thought we would end up getting close to, when we got down in this area, there would be some people on the trail. 3 walkers. Yikes. Okay, so they're not going to know I'm coming. What did we have here? Oh, we got another log down. Whoa, big surprise there, huh? Yeah, well, maybe that's a good thing. Two of them. Good. Well, this is an adventure today. Oh, I might be able to stay mounted here. Maybe. Okay. And there's another walker ahead of these 3 wearing a red coat. Maybe 2 more. Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, yourself?
You know, doing all right. Trying to stay upright on this. That's milepost 31. Yeah, another pair of walkers just ahead. Yeah, now these are compacted leaves. I think that's worse than the needles. Hi, how are you?
Hello, hi, how are you?
I'm just trying to keep up on this slick leaves. Okay, here's what I was talking about earlier. The junction for the Pyramid Peak Trail is right there. So it'll drop down some more, and maybe about a mile we'll be out onto the lake. And what I'm hoping is that the trail will be a little more clear down there. But I won't get too excited about that because it's probably going to be like this the whole way. Oh, maybe I was wrong about that. Oh, that Pyramid Peak thing back there. Yeah, this is it right here. That all looks about the same though. So anyway, that goes down to a parking lot that you can climb the 3.5 miles up to Pyramid Peak if you want to do that death-defying slide passage there. I don't think it would be that bad if you maybe like took a broom with you and could sweep some of that area clear, but I haven't seen that washout in a long time, so who knows what it looks like now. Definitely not a place to go if you have a fear of heights. It's better coming back than it is going up because you actually go up through that section, so you have better traction. And the Pyramid Peak view is it's better over on the Storm King side. I've never been all the way to the top of the Storm King. I don't like the exposure thing and the ropes. That it's a non-sanctioned thing by the park. It says this section is not maintained by the park up at the top, where you see all the people going up there. And so the ropes have been put there by private parties, and so you don't have any clue of whether or when those sun-rotted ropes are. Okay, quick battery change there, and it was a interesting place to have it go off because we are now to a crossing that is going to be difficult on this bike. Jeez. All right, well, so I'm thinking that we're just going to have to somehow, I'm going to take my bag and put it over the other side here. I don't really want to drag my bike underneath there. Let's go up this. Heck with this. Let's do this. Let's go here. So now I'm going to kind of lift it and get it over towards the other side here. And then I'll just, maybe I could have made it over here, but I don't know. There we go. Now we can just lift her up here. Yeah, there we go. That worked. Get my bag back on here. Good gravy. It's just been a little bit more rustic than I thought this would be. I was envisioning the summertime cruise down this hill at like 25 miles an hour, trying to keep from getting cold. Instead, I'm held to about 7 miles an hour, trying to keep from falling over every 3 feet because of all the stuff that's on the trail. So, we got our battery changed. We're underneath the log, and we're back on the trail again. Oh, and there's another one. Now, what is that? Those people stopped? Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, there's people stopped there. Now there's no more road down below. Or is this not people stopped? This is just a bunch of logs that looks like people stopped. Sure, it looked like a person's standing there with a bike helmet on from a distance. Instead, it's just the end of a log. Yeah, we can see the lake out to the right now. And Yeah, we can go a little bit faster. I got her up to about 10.5 now. Been more bikes than people walking on here, so it's not quite as full of stuff. Yikes. Well, I'm wrong again. There's actually is a road down below here. So when you're riding on this section of trail, when you get to the end of Spruce Railroad up here at the north end of Lake Crescent, you have a couple of options. You can, well, if you had a mountain bike, you have to have 3, but you can go on the adventure route and end up at the Highway 112 bridge across the Elwha. This bike can't do that section. Or we could go up over Joyce Piedmont Road, go to Joyce, small little town, and then go east toward Port Angeles on Highway 112. Or the third option, which is ride East Beach Road out to the highway, and you could actually ride the highway all the way back into Port Angeles. I don't know if I want to do that today. Might just catch the bus at East Beach Road, because there's a detour. They're constructing a new bridge over the creek on the highway just for the Elwha, and there's a 1-lane detour with a stoplight. I don't know if I want to go through that or not with this. Well, here's a gate, so this must be the end of the road. Yeah, it is. There's hikers right there. Hello. Trail limit, oh, it's speed limit is 15, it says. Okay. Well, no worries about that. I'm not going to be going that fast today. Not with all of this stuff on the trail. So now that you have the end of the road there, there's a lot more walkers and hikers on this section. This hasn't been paved all that too long. This was revamped several years ago. And then they opened the 2 tunnels up again. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not even a mountain bike could just fly right down this. Look at the big tires to handle all of that debris. Oh. And my little helmet mirror. Oops. I lost the helmet mirror that I had on our last ride. But I ordered one from REI and it came the other day, so I got that back on. I got to attach my glasses instead of my helmet. I've actually seen people hike with these little mirrors on so they can check behind them without having to turn around. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh yeah, this is full of it. This is a little bit concerning that it might be this way on a pretty steep hill on the way. Oh, here we got somebody coming this way. I got to slow way down. Oh, and I got people stopped off to the left here too. How are you? Now here's our first real good view of the lake. Highway 101's on the other side of the lake, the south side. This is what I thought when we got down here, that it would be clear, because there's a tree down here right at the lake Madrona. And the first tunnel. Walkers ahead. Thank you. Well, that's the north end of Lake Crescent ahead of us. Cars on the highway over there to the right. This is a massive tree that's down on the side of the trail here. I'm only going 12.2, so I am below the trail speed limit. I'd really have to be cranking to do 15 on this bike on the level. I think I could do it, but go up to the highest gear. It's tough to pedal full power in the highest gears. Yeah, doesn't make much difference. All right, there's 15. "12 is much easier. There was a slide right in here just ahead where a creek comes down, the avalanche chute, and it closed the trail for a while. They actually have somebody come in here and clean it up. It was several feet deep in debris for a pretty good section, maybe 40 yards. Right here, you can tell there's a little rise here, and then that's a regular occurrence. So we're probably getting close to the second tunnel, and that is also where the Devil's Punch Bowl is, on the outside along the lake. We'll stop there. We'll risk someone walking the way with the bike. I don't think we'll have any trouble though. A little point for Devil's Punch Bowl is right out there. We got to be there about 30 seconds or so. I'm just going to leave the bike on this end. It is pretty, oh, got walkers galore right here. It's pretty rugged on the other side of the trail. There's a couple people going down there right now. Hi there. Thank you. I'm just going to stop right here. They tell you to walk your bike through there, and it is a good idea. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to take my bag with me. I
Lost your bike?
Oh, I'm just off of it right now. Yeah, I've been through the bike before. It is difficult. First time I ever came through on the bike, I had to go this way. The tunnels were both closed, and it took hours to go through that trail. It hadn't been improved, so there were rocks all over through it, trees down. The famous Devil's Punch Bowl.
Beautiful.
Very popular swimming place in the summertime. Daredevils will climb up this and dive in. It's very deep. I'm just going to cross real quickly, and then we'll go back. Just wanted to get a couple shots over here. All sorts of initials on that tree. Well, my bike is still there, so that's a good sign. Okay, I've had a snack now, and I'm getting ready to go through the tunnel here at the Devil's Punch Bowl. I don't recall what the names of these tunnels are. I think the one on the south is the Daily Rankin Tunnel, and I can't recall what this one is. Doesn't say on the sign. It says walk bicycles through tunnel. I'm just gonna go through here because I got a light and I got flashers on, so it should be pretty eerie in here. It's a curve too, so you can't see the other side until you're well in the middle. Drops of water coming down. Whoosh. All right, we made it. There's where it comes out of the other side of the Devil's Punch Bowl. A little rugged to be lugging the bike through there though. Okay, so I've got about 45 minutes, I think it is, until the bus gets to East Beach Road. I gotta stop because I don't know where my gloves are. Oh, they're nice. They're sitting right on the back there. That's a good thing they didn't fall off. Okay, let's go. So what we're doing is going down to the end of that north end of the lake, going up a pretty steep hill on East Beach Road, gets you back up to the level of the highway. The same climb that you take from the lake, goes past Govan Falls, and then comes up to East Beach Road. So I'm thinking it's at least 150 feet higher in elevation up there. Make a signal there for our walkers here. Thank you very much. Okay. Have a good day. Oh, more walkers. And say we're less than a mile from the parking lot of the north end, so there's going to be people down here all the time. I don't. We got houses right down here, so it's going to be climbing up pretty quick. I just got to make sure I'm in my low ring before we get to that spot. Oh, and it's right here. Okay, so. Oh, yeah. Drop down to it. How slick is this going to be? I see bike tire tracks squiggling up this hill. All right. And more walkers. Great. These are the people that were on the bridge at the Punch Bowl when I was there. Now they see me. Not that I'm going anywhere fast. Well, I'm going 5.5. That seems slow, but it's faster than people walk. Right. Right. More walkers ahead. Almost there. Thank you.
Yes, I've seen that.
All right, there. All right, so there's knocked that hill out. More people coming this way. Oh boy. Excuse me. Hello. Ooh boy. Slick and more walkers. How are you? Yeah, I better not gun it down this thing. So the bus gets to East Beach Road and 101 at 2:24, and it's 1:42. So I've got plenty of time. And we're real close to the trailhead here. Thank you. Have a great. That's cute. Have a great one. Yeah, thank you. Really cute. Ooh, this looks. So I had to change batteries again. We only missed about 75 feet or so of the trail. This is where we're in the parking lot at the north end of the Spruce Railroad Trail, and that is the trail there. We just ran out on the little bridge just up there out of sight, so you didn't miss much. So I'm on battery 3. I got one left. I ought to get us out to the highway, I think. The East Beach Road is sort of a two-lane road. It's pretty narrow and old. So we'll have to watch for crackpots careening down it at 45 miles an hour. Ambush. I think it's the beginning of the Lyre River here. Olympic Discovery Trail Adventure segment. Off to the left. Oh, too late to shift to that ring. A lot steeper than I thought this would be. Holy moly. All right. Okay, stop sign ahead is for East Beach Road, I believe. Okay, left goes to Joyce Piedmont Road and Joyce, and to the right the East Beach Road will take us back to Highway 101. Curves next 3.3 miles. So that must be our distance to the highway. And we got 32 minutes to get there if we want to catch that 224 bus. This road was closed a couple of years back, I think, when there was a fire up in the trees up here. I think some fool lit the fire by accident. I don't know if it was cigarette or what. Campfire maybe. But it was a nuisance for a long time. This road was closed for a substantial amount of time because of all of the danger of boulders and trees falling down. You notice there's no center line here, so sort of like a one-lane road with turnouts. And here's the beginning of where the fire was. The charred trees and just a huge steep incline up above. There's a chart up there. There's a picnic place right down below to the right. Hello. More charred trees. And there are big rocks all the way up there, just waiting to be dislodged and fall down into the road. I don't have any sort of cover on the GoPro right now, so the wind noise is probably pretty severe. That just speeds battery changes up quite a bit. Okay, I sense that it's going to start climbing here, so we better get into that first ring because I will need it. We haven't seen any cars yet, except the one that went by. The Crescent Water District, I guess, is that guy was on the entrance road there. This road is packed in the summertime because of all the water access to the lake. Stand up for a moment. I got 20 minutes to get to the bus stop. Oop, I got somebody behind me too. 2 cars behind me actually. And all of a sudden, all the people that were on the trail are now in their vehicles and passing by. Okay, so we're now at the last little entrance road here. And we'll be taking a really steep section up. Must have been an old head wall of the glacier that dammed up the lake. Or part of the slide that separates Lake Crescent and Lake Sutherland, I guess. Here comes a car behind me. All right, last gear. All right, we made it. That is tough. All right, 13 minutes until the bus arrives right there, or I guess it's not there yet, but another curve or two will be there. And the stop sign ahead is at the highway. And we're 12 minutes early for the bus. All right, well, we'll just park right here. Try not to wipe out on the gravel. We'll turn off the lights and I'll give you a little statistical rundown of what we did today off of the program that's running on my phone. Okay, there it is. Now it looks like we did, it says 14.73 miles. It was a 7.9 average. If you do that in the summertime, you'll go, excuse me, much faster. It took us about an hour and 58 minutes for that, almost 15 miles. So it was an elevation at the beginning of 1,100 feet. We dropped down to the lake, which is about 600 feet. And then we climbed back up 200 feet, including that last stretch, which was a major PITA, and the total again 14.73 miles. So I hope you've enjoyed our trip along the Spruce Railroad Trail, going eastbound from Fairholm out here to East Beach Road. Friends, we got more excitement and adventures coming your way in 2023. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and until next time, so long.